back and welcome aboard. I'm going to try running this service again in Train Sim World 5, Malfunctioning Madness, because I'm not sure if it has a problem or not. I did do it once before, but it may have an issue in TSW5. So let's get started here. We go to the train, your collection. Choose a train, choose a route, and we go to Bahnstrecke Salzburg Rosenheim scenarios. Take predetermined tasks on your routes. Here's the one: Malfunctioning Madness. Perform a service with a faulty train. Fix all the faults that come your way and try and keep the service running as long as possible. This I have a problem with. Initially, when I did this in TSW4, I found it a bit odd and a bit weird because just consider all the safety systems involved in especially the German trains. And you're driving a train that has faults. You know what? Let's get started. Provided that I can do this again in TSW5. We select that 45 minutes. With the 766.2 dB PB CFA PB. And the route is Bahnstrecke Salzburg Rosenheim. I don't mean to butcher it. It's just I have a hard time. So it's Malfunctioning Madness, and let's see how it goes. Good morning. We're having you run a normal service today, but with the 766 that has recently experienced some service faults. It's green lighted, all its safety checks, so there should be no worries for this journey. Fingers crossed. And it is using the BR111 for the power car. Yeah. Door close. There we go. So we go to Traunstein. We're going to first stop is Freilassing. Oh, okay, it's changing. Hey, hi, hello. How you doing? Okay. Okay. Somebody didn't clean the glass here very well. Okay. Sorry, shiny thing. Okay, so let's put SIFA on. Put the headlights to on. The switch to headlights, I should say. Put the headlights on. Put on PZB. Yeah, okay. Insert the reverser handle. Set neutral. Brake key to on. Unlock the doors. Let's check the headlights. Okay. We lock the doors. And you set the reverser forward. And let's see, will this allow me to throttle up? No. Yeah, it does. Okay. And release the brakes. There we go. Okay. So, we're restricted to 45. Yeah, 45 kilometers an hour. Ooh. Interval. Okay, I don't know why interval. I'll put them on to last thing. Okay, that really... Okay, we're restricted to 85 kilometers an hour. Okay. Throttle? Nope, no throttle. So let's see, let's put on the... And then release. We should have throttle now. Why that's just crazy. Yeah, we're restricted to 85 kilometers an hour. I'm wondering if it's not because of these stops, these train stations over here, the platforms. Why this is being restricted. Okay, no longer restricted. Okay. I'm wondering if that's not why it was set to restricted, because of those platforms. And we got a neutral zone coming up here. Ooh, we got a red light coming up. But there's a red light coming up, so a red signal, I should say. Okay, this is weird now. This is just... I'm not getting any throttle, and I'm going to be hitting the neutral zone soon. My momentum is not good. I'm not getting any throttle. Let's see what happens after the neutral zone. I didn't lose any power. You've got to be kidding me. Everything looks good. The brakes are released, obviously, clearly. Well, let's see what happens when I stop here. Oh no. I still don't understand why I'm being restricted here. This thing is very erratic. Now it releases. Full service, let's unlock the door. Let's see what happens. This is weird. I don't remember this being part of the malfunctioning madness scenario. Let's release that completely. I'm going to apply that independent brake. We still got customers getting on here. No? Yes? No. Okay. Lock the doors. Okay. So, okay, it seems that your train is showing signs of developing faults. While this is concerning, we think you should continue your service as usual unless it become unmanageable or detrimental. It shouldn't be in service, period. Okay, so our next stop is 11 kilometers away. So that brake is released. Okay. Set to running. Throttle? Yes. Okay, here we go. Not why I'm getting that warning for. But I'm gonna stay within... I'm gonna try... I don't know. Because my biggest concern is not getting the throttle back. I'm gonna try and stay below the... Now, I will stay below the posted track speed because of these so-called faults. See, at this point, the train should not be in service at all. Unlock doors? No. Okay. So I didn't pass the station. I restarted it because I thought I screwed up. Okay, sure. I'm not even getting my HUD elements turned on. This really does have a fault. You're kidding me, right? Some of these HUD elements I cannot turn on or off. So that's why I have that on, that little bouncy ball thing. It's been a long time since I've done this, actually anything in this particular DLC. That's because of the rain. I went past the station. Ooh. You know what? I'll take it. At this point, I don't care. I really don't care at this point. This is ridiculous. This should not be... I understand the point of the scenario, but when I'm losing my throttle for no reason before I even get started, good job on making it to Treisdorf. We know you've encountered some issues, but it seems like the worst of it has passed. Carry on your service as normal. Really? Okay, now we're heading to Traunstein. Okay. We get throttle now? Yes. Yeah, the train shouldn't be moving with the brake pressure, with the brakes being applied, and the brake pressure that I guess you could say that high. It's kind of a negative. It's like a because train brakes work on negative pressure, and you empty the brake lines and the brakes go on. You fill the brake lines with air and the brakes release. Okay. This is not the type of this should not be an issue. This should not be part of a scenario of any kind. It just should not be. A train with faults like this, and I know I've said it, should be taken out of service. Plain and simple. This is not a challenge. This is, I mean, if this is, you know, in the real world, this train would not be running. It would be stopped right where it is, and they would dispatch another train to tow it back to the shop for repair, inspection. Passengers would be disembarked, and another train would be brought in for the service to continue. I don't care, you know, especially in Germany, where I mean, they wouldn't have all these safety systems in the trains if they were going to be running trains that were faulty. Or, I mean, I've never been to Germany. I've never lived in Germany, so I don't know how the train systems are, and so you know, I'm just going by what little information I'm getting from the searches I am able to do with information I'm able to get, and just common sense knowledge. Now the CIFA acknowledgement has gotten to a whisper. Okay, so this is actually affecting everything. This scenario with the faulty service train, whatever you want to call it, is actually affecting the HUD elements. Before I could, all right, you see the little bouncy ball off to the left over here. Okay, it shows 10 kilometers as it does in the HUD up top here with the little stop hand thing. Control number 1 turns that on and off. I couldn't turn that on before. I could turn this on. That's to go via markers, which I have turned off. That's why I don't want to see those, and you're not seeing them. But so I'm trying not to put the throttle to absolute 0, so I don't lose my throttle. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is not the kind of challenge you should have simulated in a game for trains. It's a very serious thing, and it's taken very seriously in the U.S. as well. And why so many, you know, that could be, I don't know, maybe it is one of the reasons why some players don't want to deal with the American trains, because you need to sound the horn 2 long, 1 short. Yeah, 2 long, 1 short, 1 long as you cross the level crossing. All the time, every time, no questions asked. There's a reason for that. And I've seen a few videos online. I don't know how it's being recorded, whether it's you know, Mr. Smith out there with his little camcorder or camera phone. There you go, I've lost my throttle. All I did was reduce speed. You're kidding me. Whoa. You have got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. Okay, now if this is, I don't remember this being, like I said, I don't remember having issues with the throttle, and braking, but if this is part of it, no. This should not be repeated. This should never be in another DLC ever again. This is no. And everything does take, there is a delayed reaction to everything that you do because the power car is behind you and it's pushing you. It's not, you're not pulling the train, you're pushing the train. So okay. So, yeah, things are, seem a little bit different, because, I don't remember any of this at all, not like this. Can't believe I gotta slam it into maximum. Pedal to the metal, baby, yeah. Just to get the thing moving. Or apply a little bit of throttle. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to pull the plug on this one. You did well to keep the situation under control, but we have decided that it is too dangerous to keep this unit running. We're dispatching a recovery loco to retrieve the unit, let all the passengers out, and finish up for the day. Okay. Yeah. Is the train, I'm almost tempted to just... There's a big station. Yeah, it's fine. So, at the end of the road here, and so to speak, before I open the doors, as it's the instructions are showing, because that will essentially end the... Well, I kind of did go past the platform a little bit with the buffers anyway. Whatever. So that's that. As I said, I cannot believe that something like this is creative license. And I can't believe that this is something that would happen on a real German train and with any German route or service. And I just don't. I don't know. I'm having a hard time putting it into words because the only thing that keeps coming to mind is no. If you have a train that's faulty, okay, and in the beginning it says it had a lot of faults, but it's been green lighted, it's cleared. Yes, you can use it. Go drive train. Have fun. Okay, but the minute you start to have any kind of electrical, what is that over here? I tried not to. I just out of the corner of my eye, I'm like no, I just can't. I mean, seriously, this this is. Oh my goodness. Five iterations of Train Sim World, and this is something that can't be worked out? Get some real coders in there, please. So here we are. I just wanted to take the time to say thank you to all who took the time to take this journey with me on the Malfunctioning Madness service. What a faulty train. Yep. Yeah. Love a good thunderstorm. I can't. I gotta stop and just enjoy a good thunderstorm. But something like this, when you have a train and you start having these faults or your headlights turn off and you have to turn them back on with the switch that's behind you, reaching around, I don't think this is something that any human can reach back from sitting in a chair over here behind them to reach a switch back here. You would have to, the driver, engineer, would have to get up out of the chair to access this switch. Why isn't this switch in more of an accessible location like here? Okay, even that's kind of far away to reach. Or just put it on a desk here. Look at all this open area here. This is modeled after the real world train, so I don't understand why they couldn't put these switches. I mean, see for the circuit breakers I could see, but that is systemic of a problem that could get worse, if not cripple the train, maybe even affect the braking of the train, where you need to stop, but you can't. And as you saw, I had a hard time just getting the throttle back. And quite a few times you saw me put the brakes, this one, the direct brake here, and I was watching, trying to watch this small gauge here and this one, the big one too. But that I don't think is part of the challenge of the scenario with the faulty whatever maybe could happen. But the minute something like that happens, you would be required, I would believe, especially on German trains, because of all the safety systems they have incorporated, you have that kind of a problem, they would call their dispatcher. At that point, the train would be, okay, can you make it to the next station? Yes. I should be able to. I believe so. I think so. I'll try. Okay, you get to the next station, shut the train down. We'll send out a tow train, disembark the passengers, lock down the train, and another train will be brought out to you. Or, you know what? Take the rest of the afternoon off. Or however they do things. This is not something that you should be doing while the train is doing 100 kilometers an hour. You shouldn't have to, wait a minute, let me turn. Oh, wait, what if that was a railroad, a level crossing, and the gates didn't come down, and cars are crossing the track? Not to mention people cross the track even when the gates do come down. I've seen plenty of videos of UK drivers putting themselves in harm because they can't wait for the railroad crossing to be cleared. They have to get past that gate or light. It happens in the U.S. too. So I know I'm doing a lot of yapping here because this is a serious situation here. This is not just a ha-ha, it's a funny thing in a game. No. Because if this is happening in a real world, you need to take stock of what you're doing and how you're running something. Because this should not be, no. The train is out of service, period. End of conversation. There is no, well, do what you can to keep moving. No. What happens if there's an electrical fault or maybe even a fire because of a fault, because something is causing your wipers or lights or whatever to spontaneously go on and off and flicker and flash? No. I understand where they're going with this, and they're trying to give the gamers something to do. No. I mean, this should have been done at the very first station. I have a good handle on how things are handled in the U.S. Not going to get into why and how. No, I never worked for the railroad, but I could say that I've been privy to some information. But I've learned a lot more from reading, and this isn't, no. This should not have been. And this is from TSW4. Because this was definitely not in I don't believe this is in TSW3. I'd have to look, but it's been a while since I played TSW3. And even there, I didn't get a lot done, and then TSW4 was released. This was even more of a difficult challenge because of the issue with the throttle. And at one point, you saw me, I was barely creeping at 2 miles an hour. And the only way that I was able to get the throttle back is to apply the direct brake, hold it for a couple of seconds, count to 3, and then release it, and then I would get the throttle back. Now, if that's been something that's been, hey, we'll add a twist to the scenario. No. That's playing with danger. If this is happening in the real world, I know I've said it once before, and maybe it needs to be said again, but if this is happening in a real world, that's a serious problem. And I'll be the last person to say, you know what? We need to get the government, and we need to get parliament, we need to get this. No. We don't need more laws. We just need more responsible people. And I guess that comes down to the people. We, the people, need, I don't care what country you're from, it's always going to be we, the people. I know I've gone on long enough here, and I don't mean to be, and this is supposed to be fun, enjoyable. It's supposed to be an escape, but there's enough BS in the world, and that's the whole point of Train Sim World, or whichever train sim you like to enjoy. It's an escape to get away from the madness, the craziness. Like I said, I don't mind a challenge, but you know what is a challenge? When you come to a stop at the station here, and the signal up ahead here is red because you have to wait for, like, that freight train that backed out of here. What if that freight train was backing out and coming down, crossing your path? Then you would have to sit here and wait for that freight train to get out of your way. Or if you're driving a freight train, you would have to wait until the passenger train moved out of your way and cleared the block, or however many blocks need to be cleared for the railroad and how it's set up. That's the type of challenges. Again, you want to do something like this, fine. You start off with all kinds of faults, with lights and everything going on and off. Okay, next station, stop, switch trains. That's one of the that's a scenario that happens in the all change scenario with I think it's Rheinstrecke. It's on actually I have a video on that. if you use a save game, it causes a red light bug issue. In fact, I'll link that video to this one also. That is what I call, a challenging experience in a train sim game. But continually drive it while there's electrical problems? That is ludicrous. That's just crazy. I don't care how you look at it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it. Leave your thoughts. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I would really like to hear what you have to say and what you think. And smash that thumbs up, likes button. Ring that bell. This way you know when another video gets posted. Subscribe and share. It won't hurt you. And it'll help me. And with that said and done, take care. Have a happy new year. I hope you had a happy new year. Who knows when this video will get posted. But stay safe. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you do have a wonderful time. The new year, 2025, is coming, and so is TSW6. You can bet on that one. As the saying goes, you can buy that for $1. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in this wonderful world. God bless. Again, thank you, and bye-bye for now.